everyone! Welcome to our annual AED recertification course. Today we are going to go through all the protocols associated with a defibrillator. Before we get going, does anybody have any questions? When's lunch? Great question. Thank you. We'll get there. Thank you so much. Okay, so everyone, does anybody remember from last year, what does an AED stand for? Ooh, beep, 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 ooh, beep, 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 beep. Anyone else? Okay, okay, Rescue Mary, go ahead. Yeah. Abdominal electrocution device. Where did you learn that? So it is actually called an automated external defibrillator. You can find public access defibrillators, places where there are a significant amount of public in the area. There is even something called a save station, which is an AED that is accessible 24 hours a day.
I heard you're accessible 24 hours.
We need to get an AED if we find a patient that is unconscious and not breathing. Make sure 911 is called right away. Start CPR, chest compressions only, and ask someone to grab a defibrillator. If you know where the defib is and you're by yourself, it is more important to call 911, grab the defibrillator, come back, put the defibrillator on the patient, and follow the instructions of the defibrillator. An AED always has an accessory kit. Some of the things in that accessory kit are to help you prep this patient for when they need help. So in there, you're going to have a pocket mask, which has a one-way valve to be able to do rescue breathing. You're gonna have scissors to be able to cut off all of the clothing on the patient. You're also gonna have a few sets of gloves for protection, so take the time to put those on. You will have a dry cloth to clean off and dry the chest where the pads are gonna go. You'll also have a razor. Does anybody know what the razor's for?
Shaving the chest. Duh. Just like Austin Powers' chest.
Yes, so if the patient has an excessive amount of hair on their chest, we will have to shave just where the pads need to go. An AED will pick up an abnormal cardiac rhythm in a patient that is unconscious and is not breathing. Is a defibrillator dangerous? No, because a defibrillator does not recognize a normal beating heart, so it will not shock. It will say no shock advised, continue CPR, and it does not recognize anything else but two cardiac patterns that only happen during cardiac arrest.
So you're saying I can't shock my boss?
Yes, that's correct. You cannot shock your boss. So once you get the AED there, again, turn it on right away. I'm gonna show you what the pads actually look like. So the pads are always connected. So you're gonna open them up. Public access pads look just like this. Now, depending on the brand, they're gonna look a little bit different.
Is that right? Did I do it?
Okay, again, so this is a simulation. In real life, the AED would already be on, and I would be performing chest compressions until the AED actually told me to stop. So get the pads on, start doing CPR until the machine actually directs you to stop doing CPR. So let's just listen to the defib and see what we need to do next.
Unit OK. Stay calm. Check responsiveness. Call for help. Attach defib pads to patient's bare chest. Don't touch patient. Analyzing. Shock advised. Don't touch patient. Press flashing shock button.
Everyone stay off, nobody's touching. Make sure no one's touching or they're gonna get shocked too.
Touch patient. Press flashing
Clear.
shock button. Shock delivered. Start CPR.
So what happened is this defibrillator either picked up ventricular fibrillation or ventricular tachycardia, which are both cardiac patterns happening in this patient. It sent a shock to try to stop that quivering heart, and all by itself, that heart will go back to its normal beating pattern. Regardless, the AED asked us to go back to CPR, and we will go back to CPR until we see signs of life. What do you think signs of life look like?
Me! Life of the party!
Well, yes, but so signs of life would mean breathing, color change, any big changes, then we're actually gonna stop and check this person for breathing. Other than that, if you do not see any changes in this person, even if a shock is administered, continue doing CPR. The defib will allow you to do 2 minutes of CPR. It is going to say stop, do not touch the patient, analyzing. It will try to shock this person every 2 minutes, basically until we turn off the defib and EMS takes over.
Shocking.
Who brought their cat to the course?